The Alabama State Hornets take care of the Bethune-Cookman and Wildcats. And now we're 6-0 on the season. 6-0 on the season, ranked number 3 in the country. Alabama State is still on the mission to get back to that national championship game. But now let's go out here to Orangeburg, South Carolina. It's the Canine Classic. The South Carolina State Bulldogs are hosting the North Carolina A&T Aggies. And what a game this was out here in Orangeburg. What a game. I know it's called the Carolina Classic, but I've heard some folks call it the Canine Classic. So here we go. Mid-first quarter, James Tate, South Carolina State's driving downfield, and eventually that pass is picked off by North Carolina A&T. That is a huge stop, and that pass was picked off by James Young. But later on in that drive, they get nothing going. They have to punt the ball deep in their own territory. Fielding it is South Carolina State. And Buddy takes this thing up the right side and goes all the way back for a touchdown. The Bulldogs strike first. It's 7-0 in favor of South Carolina State. What a return that was. Now here goes James Tate. Play fake. He pops it deep downfield for a wide receiver, and that pass is caught. And he's tackled inside the 10-yard line. James Tate already throwing absolute dots. Now look at this play. James Tate turns into Michael Vick, takes Madison to his own hands. Touchdown, South Carolina State Bulldogs. It is 14-0. But now the Aggies are looking to get back into it. Tate, off to the pass, he pops it up the middle, is caught, but the ball is dropped on the turf. And the North Carolina A&T Aggies recover it, and now they're doing business on offense. So here comes Reggie Peters and the North Carolina A&T offense. Look at that handoff right there. That Avery Williams, the impact player at running back, going up the left side, tackled inside the red zone near the 15. At the 16, they give it back to Williams. Look at that spin off the broken tackle. Look at him fighting for those yardage. He gets inside the 5-yard line. What a run that was by Williams. Second to go to the 1. They give it to the fullback, and he bullies his way into the end zone for a touchdown. The Aggies are finally on the board. It's 14-7. The Canine Classic, where your bark will take that back. Your bite has to be bigger than your bark. So on the next ensuing drive, South Carolina State do absolutely nothing. Look at this right here. Just like that, the Aggies are back into the game. Touchdown A&T. Another great touchdown for A&T. 14 unanswered points for the Aggies. So here goes South Carolina State. Look at James Tate though. James Tate throwing absolute dots, continuing to do so as the South Carolina State offense are looking to respond. They're in a slump right now. So here goes James Tate once again, taking matters into his own hands. Spin move and gets tackled near the 25-yard line. A great run that was. Almost 9 yards a carry right there. And then James Tate continues, steps up in the pocket, pops it in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina State. What a pass by James Tate. As the Bulldogs get the lead back, it's 21-14. But can they hold on? Here come Reggie Peters and the Aggies. Look at that pass in the flat. It's caught by the wide receiver. He's taken out of bounds. So now North Carolina A&T is driving. 4th and 7. Can they convert and keep the game going? Peters pops it under pressure. It's caught. Look at that catch. Just outside of the 30-yard line. So here we go again. Reggie Peters, the snap, steps back the pass, pops it once again in the flat. He breaks a tackle, breaks past the 30. He's tackled inside the 25-yard line. They're approaching the red zone. 19 seconds left. Peters, under pressure, pops it. Caught by the wide receiver. He had to come back, and then he goes into the end zone for a touchdown. What a play by North Carolina A&T. With 13 seconds left, can South Carolina State get something going? James Tate is going for it off downfield, and the pass is caught. He was wide open. How was he so wide open? Look at the day James Tate is having. Man-to-man coverage. A&T is running man-to-man coverage with absolutely no safety help, and they pay the price. And now this is for the game with 2 seconds to go. Can South Carolina State seal this win? The kick is good. South Carolina State wins. The battle of the Canines comes down with the Bulldogs getting a victory. What a performance by James Tate and the South Carolina State offense, especially in the clutch moments. South Carolina State improved to 5-1 on the season, while North Carolina A&T fall to 3-3. An absolute great game up here in Orangeburg, South Carolina, as the South Carolina State Bulldogs continue to be in the hunt for that MEAC championship. So now we're in Houston, Texas. We're in town for a SWAC matchup. The Texas Southern Tigers are in town to host the Florida A&M Rattlers coming all the way from Tallahassee, Florida. That is a beautiful stadium right there. That's an MLS stadium too. So this is a big game for both teams considering they're still looking to be in the hunt in their division. So as we kick off the highlights, look at this punt right here. Waiting for is the impact player at running back. That is Madison taking the ball up the left side past the 30, inside the 20. He's high stepping to the crib. A great touchdown and a great strike by the Florida A&M Rattlers in a game that had little to no offense. So it's second and long later on in the third quarter. Nothing has gone on in this game until now for Texas Southern as that pass is picked off and he's taking it back for a pick six. Just like that, it's 10-7 in favor of Florida A&M, but that was huge for the Tigers because once again that offense just couldn't get anything going all game. So we go later on, 4th and 4. Steps back to pass. He pops it and that pass is picked off. The pass is picked off by the FAMU defense. This has been the story of this game. The FAMU defense did their thing as the offense struggled, but Texas Southern defense did a great job too. Now they just need the first down to secure the win, and they do just that. Madison gets the first down. He was their offense all game as the Florida A&M Rattlers take the victory. The final score ends up to be 10-7. Florida A&M improves to 4-2 in the season. Texas Southern falls to 3-3. Looks like the SWAC East, which shouldn't really be the East, is wide open right now with Texas Southern losing. So let's get into recruiting, man. We got some news for y'all. Them Alabama State Hornets continue to add on to their recruiting class. We got 3 defensive players coming to town after we put Bethune-Cookman in the split. The first one is Rashawn Pearson, the 5-star defensive end out of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. This is the second time in the history of this series that we got a 5-star recruit now. Poor potential, poor discipline. We ain't worried about that though. He likes the fact that he's going to be playing for Joseph Cooley. So we can bring out the potential in him. The next cat we're looking at is James Madison, the 6'3", 170-pound cornerback out of Chattahoochee, Florida, which is right before you get to Tallahassee. 4.2 speed, which we really need. We need some more depth at the cornerback spots. Considering Brad Anderson most likely will be going after this season. Yeah, I forgot, he's a senior. He will be going after this season. Ronnie Alford from Stafford, Texas, another pipeline state, is coming to Alabama State, bringing his talents. 4.5 speed, average potential, poor discipline, A, field awareness. That is big. And he also likes the idea that he's going to be playing for us. So let's get into the scores throughout the SWAC. Alabama A&M just can't catch a break. They are 0-7 on the season. Prairie View A&M just picked up their second win. Alcorn State finally gets on the winning streak as they beat Arkansas Pine Bluff. Mississippi State barely beat Mississippi Valley State. You saw FAMU beat Texas Southern by 3. A great game in Baton Rouge. Southern beat Jackson State 35-31. A lot of teams that started off good lost this weekend. Morgan State, we in the mid now. Morgan State lose to Delaware State. North Carolina A&T come up short to South Carolina State. Tennessee State squeaked by Norfolk State 21-20. And then the battle of the real HUs, you have Howard being victorious over Hampton 18-17. Dang. Hampton can't catch a break. So the rest of the way, we're going after John Barrett, this wide receiver out of San Marone, California. We're looking to keep the California pipeline going. Also, Luke Rivera, another outside linebacker out of North Carolina. We're looking to get him as well. So we're going to pile the rest of our recruiting points on them. So the first bowl rankings is out. Michigan is the top team in the country. We're number 2. Texas Tech is 3. LSU is 4. Virginia Tech is 5. Florida 6. Wake Forest, Nebraska, Texas A&M, the Buckeyes of Ohio State, Tennessee, Penn State, Georgia Tech, Oklahoma, and Alabama rounds out that. That should be interesting along the way. So Trey Tyler's back on the Heisman watch list. Ryan Thompson has been on top all season, especially after the first 2 games. The man just might have the Heisman Trophy on the lock the way he's going right now. Hopefully we can get some other wide receivers to step up. Sheldon Green is showing a lot of promise though right now. So here go the players of the week in the SWAC. You have Jeremy Hodge and you have Carlos McLaurin. Both players absolutely balled out. Over there at the MEAC, you have John Robinson from Delaware State and George Moore from Howard balling out. George Moore had 3 tackles, an interception, and a touchdown. I'm assuming that INT resulted in a pick 6. So Texas Southern is still on top of the SWAC East, but a lot of doors have now opened. Mississippi Valley State, they didn't have a conference game last week, but they still have a chance. Over here on the west end, you have Alabama State and Southern as the remaining undefeated teams in conference play. Florida A&M and Jackson State are still in it though. Anxious to see how that goes. So join us next time. We're going out there to Ncaa, Mississippi. And we got the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils. Rice Tottenham Stadium. We hope to see you cats there. Peace.